Hello everybody. I'm even not muted this time, I think. Holy shit. How's everybody doing? Hello Friendo, hello Mike, hello Carrie, hello Pig's Dream, hello Borneo. And On and Off is here, yay! I'm glad you're back. I apologize for taking a detour last week, but sometimes you gotta rest. I know myself too well. If I make myself do something that I don't want to do, I'm gonna quit it at the end. So, didn't want to do it. So, but today I'm totally psyched to continue our journey into becoming Logic Chads. Are we ready? Everybody loves a Why I Quit video. Yes, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. VPM did say journey. VPM uses journey all the time, usually sarcastically, usually to laugh at it. Yeah, stupid word games is the right way this time. I mean, on this stream. When I stream with Gaze and Patrick, it's the other way around because they stream it through their things. Anyways, that doesn't matter. First of all, guys, this is gonna be an exciting week. So tomorrow I'm streaming with Patrick and Logical Consistency. I'm gonna pop a link for you for that because I think it's gonna be fun. That's what I think. So that's tomorrow's stream. On Tuesday, as usual, we're going to do the Are We in a Cult video. So it's going to be part 4, and it's going to be about thought control. It's going to be interesting. I think some of those things are going to apply to both, but I think sporadically, because I'm still not convinced that either is a cult. So, but the corn cult is definitely a cult. Mike. Mike is definitely trying to open his own cult, I believe. But also, oh, I don't have it open. Patrick is Foolproof Mastery is streaming today with Logical Consistency. They're gonna react to Joe Rogan. I'm gonna find it in a second. I'm gonna pop the link in the chat because I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be there, so you might wanna stop by and hang out with me in the chat. Let me just find it. There we go. Share. All right. Hello, The Real Thing. So glad you're so glad you're here. So anyways, this is Patrick, Foolproof Mastery and Logical Consistency are gonna be reacting to Joe Rogan today. And we love all of those characters, so why not stop by, do that. Right. It's been a while, but here we are, talking about logic. Let's show my old face a little bit more. Oh, the chat box is not on again. But why? I don't know. Is there a refresh or something? We gotta have some technical difficulties. I mean, it just has to. Just has to be a thing. Because otherwise, everything would go smoothly. Now it would be incredibly boring. Wouldn't it? Oh, I don't even remember what to... I defined it so many times, so long ago. Oh, there we go. Just appears at some point. When you talk about it, it will come. Right. Da-da-da. How illogical. What is illogical, Carrie? What is illogical? What is illogical? I'm a little tired still. I'm still not sleeping great, but better. So, right. Last time that was 2 weeks ago, we did a little bit of a progress. And we talked about sentences of SL. We talked about how when we describe a Centennial language, that is an object language. And when we try to describe it, we talk in English in case of this book and in case of this stream. And that is meta-language. But it's meta-language with some logical and mathematical vocabulary, which is fine. So expression on SL is any string of symbols of SL. So whichever symbols, including sentence letters, you can throw them together, that's an expression of SL. But if you want it to make sense and not be gobbledygook, you put it in a well-formed formula. Or as On-Off calls it, woof. And I like it, so I'm gonna do it as well. Meta variable is something that I struggled with last time, clearly, because that's what happens. I think most of you are here to see me suffering, not understanding something, so I obliged the last time. So meta variable is a standing variable that can be impregnated with any SL variable. Basically, I didn't understand it the last time, that when they say this letter, hold on, where are we? This type of letter, right? Or the negation of, that is talking in meta language because we haven't put meaning to it yet, right? On-Off, fix my understanding if I'm wrong again. Let me know. But On-Off wrote me a huge comment that made it so clear. It was amazing. On my last video, if you want to go and give it a huge like. Right. So this week we'll continue with a journey. And yes, I did say journey again. And there we go. My OCD is happy. We can say similar things for each of the connectives. For instance, if A and B are woofs of a cell, then A, what is it called? Hold on, fuck. I still need to go back and like memorize all of those. Conjunction. A conjunction B is a woof of a cell, right? Providing clauses like this for all the connectives, we arrive at the following formal definition of the well-formed formula of a cell. Every atomic sentence is a woof. So every time you take a letter and impregnate it with meaning, that's a woof. If A is a woof, then negation of A is a woof of a cell. If A and B are woofs, then A conjunction B is a woof. If A and B are woofs, then what's a gig? Disjunction. B is a woof. If A and B are woofs, then A conditional is a woof, and if A and B are woofs, then A biconditional B is a woof. All and only woofs of a cell can be generated by applications of these rules. Fair enough, I think. Notice that we cannot immediately apply this definition to see whether an arbitrary expression is a woof. Suppose we want to know whether or not negation D is a woof of a cell. Looking at the second clause of the definition, we know that negation D is a woof if negation D is a woof. So now we need to ask whether or not negation D is a woof. Again, looking at the second clause of the definition, negation D is a woof if negation D is. And then we get, I think I'm gonna spare us. Now D is a sentence letter, an atomic sentence of a cell, so we know that D is a woof by the first clause of the definition. So for a compound formula like negation D, we must apply the definition repeatedly. How would you even use these many negations to explain anything? Like, I know I'm still trying to like impregnate English into a cell and not vice versa. But can anybody think of an example of so many negations in a sentence? Okay. I'll let you think about it, I guess. Eventually we arrive at the atomic sentences from which the woof is built up. Right. Definitions like this are called recursive. The recursive definition begins with some specifiable base elements and define ways to identify indefinitely. Oh, holy shit, my reading is shit today. Don't negatives make a positive? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like 3 negations, don't they make a positive? Or are we losing something in there? By the way, tell me how my sound is, because it seems to spike all the time. Does it hurt your ears? Please let me know what's going on, because I see it spiking, I see it becoming red, and then I'm worried that I'm blowing your ears off every time I speak more than just this quiet whisper. Volume is fine. No, I'm not talking about volume. I'm talking about the quality of the sound, because it seems to spike. I know the volume is okay, but it goes into the red very easily. So does it sound bad? 3 negations then make a negative. Yeah. I understand that, but why would you formulate it like this, on and off? Like, why would you even not use 1 negation then? Why would you triple it up like that? Oh, the quality sound is a little metallic. Yeah, okay, but I assumed it was my speakers. Let me see if I can reduce the gain. I tweaked shit, so that's why I'm asking. How about now? Now, does it sound metallic now? Now it's supposed to be better because I don't see it go into the red all the time. Like vegan butter is a hot piece of toast. What? On a hot piece of toast? What? Hello, Wally. Nice to see you. Like vegan butter on a hot piece of toast. I wonder what you talk about. It's the filter that cuts off the sound. Yeah, it's the gain. Yeah. I looked at my noise gate and made adjustments to make it a little less swallowy. It swallows my thing. But I think, yeah, it still goes in the red. Maybe I'll just talk a little further from the microphone. I'm just used to it. I'm used to recording it like this, talk like this. But we're not recording anymore, so maybe I'll just talk like this, and then it's gonna be fine. Is it a filter that cuts off sound when you stop speaking? That was the problem. Is it still a problem? That was why I fixed, I made adjustments, but does it still do it? Does it still swallow my words? Because I listened back to our live stream on Tuesday, and like you can't hear me half the time. I assumed it was because the noise gate was too restrictive, so I made it a bit more permissive. Oh, you think it sounds good? The butter and toast. Okay, all right. So, I understand what happened now, because Oluwale, if somebody doesn't know, has the most sweet fucking voice. If you ever need a smooth, manly voice over, Oluwale is your guy, because his voice is smooth as fuck. So I called him Buttermouth. He didn't understand where that came from. It's just a mix of things. You have a Vince Goodrum, Oluwale. How have I not ever heard of it? I really, really, really want to hear that. If you could, so kindly, put it in Discord. Please. All right, let's continue a little bit. Tangents are good, but we are here to learn as well. So let's concentrate on that a little bit. And I hope Dojo Cat doesn't stare you off too much. Not Dojo Cat, this guy. What's his name? Dojo, isn't it? Dojo? Dogo? I don't know. Fuck, I feel like a little bit of a boomer. It's too old of a vid. We'll just record yourself and put it in Doja Cat is the worst. I didn't mean to... I meant this guy. I meant this little guy. What's his name? He's got a name, right? And I'm too much of a boomer to know that shit. Oluwale, I meant if you can please record it. Doge. All right. Thank you on and off. You're always saving the day. And put it on Discord. Just your impression, just a little bit. Just hello, everybody. That thing. And if you want me to share it, I'll do it. All right. But if you want me to just keep it to myself, I'll do that as well. Yes. Awesome. Oh my God. Right. So we understand now. For some reason, these three negations just mean one negation. And for some inexplicable reason, it's formulated like this. Maybe we'll find out later. So, right. Definitions like these are called recursive. Recursive definitions begin with some specifiable base elements and define ways to indefinitely compound the base elements. Just as the recursive definition allows complex sentences to be built up from simple parts, you can use it to decompose sentences into their simpler parts. Yeah, that's what we're here to do. We're here to take a gibberish sentence and put it into logic form. So yeah, there we go. To determine whether or not something meets the definition, you may have to refer back to the definition many times. All right, so copy-paste of this stuff. Let's do it immediately, otherwise I forget. Boom. And this will even help us later in life. Let's delete these things. That's not important. There we go. So we have it on hand. By the way, I hope you have this saved somewhere. This is where you can get all the little updates that I make, and also the playlist of the entire thing. So I'm gonna copy the link of this thing, and it's fixed now. You can see the entire thing. You don't have to. Why? Oh, weird. It's not letting me. It's not letting me enter. So weird sometimes, this thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it through here. There you go. So that's the little summary, so you can have access to this thing as well. Okay, the connective that you look to first in decomposing a sentence is called the main logical operator of the sentence. For example, the main logical operator of negation, E disjunction, F connective, G double thingy. Why don't we have like a Uber language that describes, like gives us how to read this shit in meta language? Is negation, yeah. The main logical operator of this is disjunction. I get it. Yeah. Is there such a thing, on and off? A way to read this shit so it's not as uncomfortable as it's been so far? Let me know. Sentences. Recall that a sentence is a meaningful expression that can be true or false. Since the meaningful expression of a cells are the woofs, and since every woof of a cell is either true or false, the definition for a sentence of a cell is the same as the definition of a woof. Not every formal language will have this nice feature. There we go. The language of, we're still gonna have to learn a lot of languages. In the language QL, which is developed later in the book, there are woofs, which are not sentences. Well, because, we read about this, right? Because the QL replaces every word, doesn't it? It doesn't, or every just like combination of words, so not every sentence with a letter, isn't it? Right. The recursive structure of sentences in SL will be important when we consider the circumstances under which a particular sentence would be true or false. The sentence, we're back to it. The sentence triple negation D is true if and only if the sentence double negation is false, and so on through the structure of the sentence until we arrive at the atomic component. Triple negation D is true if and only if the atomic sentence D is false. You get it? We will return to this point in the next chapter. Listen, guys, we got to page 30. It's not a small feat. It means we are almost quarter of a book in. So this is not going to take a year. It's going to take another 8 months, and that's it. Okay, notational conventions. How's the sound, by the way? I'm sorry I'm worried about it, but, I want the experience to be good and not sound like a metallic robot. Dogecoin. So let me know if it's still rings metallic. I don't know how to check it. How do people do this? Like, it's not like I can record myself and hear it properly. All I have is like a little speaker. And on speaker it sounds fine. I recorded myself before and it was okay. Sounds like a university lecture. I don't know if that's a compliment. Well, at least you don't have like a crowd here talking to each other right before the person who actually is recording the thing, right? So at least there's that. Okay. A woof-like Q conjunction R must be surrounded by parentheses because we might apply the definition again to use this as part of more complicated sentence. If we negate Q and R, I'm just going to use and from now, we get negation Q and R. If we just had Q and R without the parentheses and put the negation in front of it, we would have Q negation Q. It's going to be separate from and R, so it's going to negate only Q and not both of them. It is most natural to read this as meaning the same thing as the negation Q and R, something very different than negation, both of them in parentheses. Right, the sentence, this one, means that it is not the case that both Q and R are true. Q might be false or R might be false, but the sentence does not tell us which. Again, at an impasse of understanding. Why wouldn't negation before Q and R? Well, I'm still not thinking about it like sentences. Of course, if you have Q conjunction R, one of those things can be false, which makes the entire thing false. Well, not false, negated. Like the opposite. Yeah, the opposite would be false. Is it? I think I understood it, but I think I'm making it worse because I don't have the language to explain this shit. Like, to talk about this shit. Okay, so if you think about it as like a formula, so Q and R, if you put it in parentheses and put the negation sign in front of it, then both can be false. Q can be false, or R can be false. Yeah, then this entire thing in parentheses is going to be false, right? But the sentence does not tell us which. All right, the sentence negation Q and R means specifically that Q is false and that R is true. All right. As such, parentheses are crucial to the meaning of the sentence. Yeah. Do you understand this? Are we doing okay, guys? You've been all quiet. Is that because you're listening? I get worried when when the chat becomes incredibly quiet. All right, then I'll just continue. So strictly speaking, Q and R without parentheses is not a sentence of a cell. That's interesting. Cool, the real thing. Awesome. When using a cell, however, I think I understand and listen. Yeah, multitasking. All right. Good, Borneo. I can never multitask and understand something. So that's an awesome thing that you're doing. Right. Strictly speaking, Q and R without parentheses is not a sentence of a cell. When using a cell, however, we will often be able to relax the precise definition so as to make things easier for ourselves. We will do this in several ways. Oh, I would appreciate something easier. First, to understand that that Q and R meaning the same thing as Q and R in parentheses. As a matter of convention, we can leave off parentheses that occur around the entire sentence. Second, it can sometimes be confusing to look at long sentences with many nested pairs of parentheses. We adopt the convention of using square brackets, blah blah blah, in place of parentheses. That's good. There is no logical difference between P disjunction Q and P disjunction Q in square parentheses. For example, the unwieldy sentence blah blah blah. Wait, now I see only one square parenthesis. So how did they do that? Oh, I get it. They forwent the last parenthesis could be written like that. Okay. Sorry, Borneo, I probably should read it out. I think you understood. It's a complicated sentence with many parts in it. Third, we will sometimes want to translate the conjunction of 3 or more sentences. Third, we will sometimes want to translate the conjunction of 3 or more sentences. For the sentence, Alice, Bob, and Candice all went to the party. Suppose we let A mean Alice went, B, Bob went, C, Candice went. The definition only allows us to form a conjunction out of 2 sentences, so we can translate it as A and B and C, or as A and parenthesis B and C. There is no reason to distinguish between these, since the 2 translations are logically equivalent. That's good. Don't customize for this. Oh, come on, I can customize. This was just too ridiculous to read out, but when I can, I'll read everything out. And God, it's so annoying that this book is structured this way. It's like as if, I mean, it's a digital copy. There's no reason for it to have different types of sides. Fuck. Okay. There is no logical difference between the first, in which A and B is conjoined with C, and the second, in which A is conjoined with parenthesis B and C. So we might as well just write A and B and C. All right. As a matter of convention, we can leave out the parenthesis when we conjoin 3 or more sentences. Yeah, it makes sense. Because in this case, it's it goes both ways. You can switch the shit around, so it doesn't make any sense putting any kind of. I mean, I think when it's not conjoined, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? If it went like Alice and Bob went to the party, but Candice decided to stay home, I don't think you can forgo parentheses there, can you? Or can you? Is it still and? Is it still just conjunction? And you just impregnate C to mean did not? Oh, is it all can be negation C? It can be both. Like, I don't know. On and off. How would you write that shit out? Alice and Bob went to the party, but Candice decided to stay home. Ooh. I feel like I still can't structure a good sentence, like, in any kind of way. I still can't translate it all. It feels like. Let me try though. Hello, Bianca. How are you doing? Right. So, hold on. So the sentence, Alice, Bob, and Karen all went to the party. Hold on. Party. It would be translated as A and B and C. When A is Alice went to the party, and let's just do a lazy cop out. How about that? Let's not forget capitalize Alice. Bob went to the party, and Candice also went to the party. Let me make it bigger. So how would you characterize Alice, Bob, Alice and Bob went to the party, but Candice stayed home. Fucking hell. How long has it been? It's been a while, isn't it? Oh god. Where did you see vegan gays? What's going on? On and off. No sound. On and off. Please help me. You know what I did? I know what I did. I will have to change that, because otherwise it's gonna drive me insane. I'm gonna be muting it just willy-nilly. No, it's just delete. Because, fuck. Oh man. There you go, apply. Because I created a shortcut to muting the mic. The mic is stuttering. Fuck. Well, I don't know what to do about that. That never happened before. How is it now? How is it now? So would it be Candice decided to stay home? Or would it be Candice went to the party and then negation in front of it? What do you think, guys? Let's guess it around. Oh man. Candice not go to the party. So that's a negation. So it's Candice, the sentence we would define it as Candice went to the party. But does it not mean, like, is it different though? Because if she stayed home, are we not impregnating that with the meaning that she was going to go to the party? So we can't define it. It has to be defined as like a different sentence. It has to be Candice stayed home. Otherwise, we are kind of giving it meaning that might have not been there. Stayed home. We decided that, Borneo, we decided that Candice stayed home. So I think it should be Candice stayed home. And just A and B and C. Continue to be A and B and C. Candice stayed home. Why is this so hard? I feel like my bloody head is broken when I read this book. How did I survive this long without being able to make sense of anything? Oh, my mic is voice activated? It's because of the noise gate, I think, maybe. It's not that it's... Oh, does it stutter like in the beginning? Does it swallow the first 2 or 3... What's going on? I shouldn't have made the changes. It was fine before. I mean, it wasn't fine. It was in other live streams. It was like I was swallowing some words. It sounded terrible. Like if I was all of a sudden talking a little bit quieter, it wasn't registering at all. So yeah, it's the noise gate. Fuck. Well, okay. Let's just continue and see how it goes. I'm gonna listen back to the recording and see if and see what I did. It's gonna be terrible. Nobody will be able to understand what I'm saying. It's gonna be great. Okay, so we can leave out the parentheses and conjunctory sentences. Fourth, a similar situation arises with multiple disjunction. Either Alice, Bob, or Candice went to the party. Either is an inclusive one, so some of them could have been gone to the party, but right? Is that true? Now I'm questioning myself. Okay, can be translated as A disjunction B parenthesis disjunction C, or as A disjunction parenthesis B and disjunction C close parenthesis. Since these two translations are logically equivalent, we may write A disjunction B disjunction C. These latter two conventions. These latter two conventions, I don't know what's going on with my brain today, it's extra ADHD, I guess, only apply to multiple conjunction or multiple disjunction. If a series of connectives includes both disjunction and conjunction, then the parentheses are essential, as with A conjunction B, close parentheses, disjunction C, and A disjunction open parentheses conjunction, open parentheses, B disjunction C. These, so these sentences are not equivalent logically. The parentheses are also required if this is a series of conditionals and biconditionals. Well, that makes sense because you can't switch them around, so you must have the parentheses there to define what you actually mean by the entire thing, the entire sentence. Did I tell you that barley drink is amazingly delicious? It sounds like a woo bullshit, but it's fucking tasty. Jesus Christ. It really helps me out with my decaf coffee addiction, because now I'm addicted to this and I drink much more of it than when I used to drink decaf coffee. It's so fucking good. Right. Yeah, Borneo. It does sound strange, but it's fucking delicious, especially with vanilla soy milk. So fucking good. Delicious. And Brits, I have it on good authority that it is in stores in Britain. So you can go get it and thank me later. Right. So where did we end up? Right. So parentheses also required, the sentence of conditionals and biconditionals. As with A conditional B, conditional C, and A biconditional B, parenthesis B biconditional C. All right. We have adopted these 4 rules as notational conventions, not as changes to the definition of a sentence. Wait, I didn't understand that sentence at all. We have adopted these 4 rules as notational conventions. Carrie, help me out. Each person in each person in the chat has their own job here. Carrie, help me out to understand what does that mean. Notational convention. Notational, I think I don't understand this word. Definition. Notational. Of or pertaining to notation. That doesn't help. A system of figures or symbols used in a specialized field to represent numbers, quantities, tones, or values. Okay. The active process of fusion. Okay. Still don't understand. We have adopted these 4 rules as notational conventions, not as changes to the definition of a sentence. Oh, I understand. So this is we just these rules don't actually interact with the rules of a cell. Is that what I'm understanding? Like we just forgo a couple of stuff just for brevity's sake, but it's not like it changes this stuff. This stuff's still the rules of sentence in a cell, I guess. God, I hope I understood that correctly. Okay, if where are we? Yeah. Strictly speaking, A disjunction, B disjunction, C is still not a sentence. Instead, it is a kind of shorthand. We write it for the sake of convenience, but we really mean the sentence parenthesis A, disjunction parenthesis B, disjunction C, double parenthesis, blah, blah, blah. If we had given a different definition for a woof, then these could count as woofs. But we can't, because these are just shorthands. I understand. If we had given a different definition of a woof, then this could count as woofs. We might have written rule 3 in this way. If A, B, Z are woofs, then A and B and blah, 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 Z is a woof. This would make it easier to translate some English sentences, but would have the cost of making our formal language more complicated. We would have to keep the complex definition in mind when we developed truth tables and a proof system. We would have to keep a complex definition in mind. Okay, I understand. We want a logical language that is expressively simple. Well, you fucking failed. If my dumbass doesn't understand it, then it's not that simple, is it? And allows us to translate easily from English. But we also want a formally simple language. Adopting notational conventions is a compromise between these 2 desires. Okay. Practice exercises, my favorite. I'm being cynical. Okay. Part A. Using the symbolization key given, translate each English language sentence into SL. Let's give it a try. Okay, guys, this is where it becomes interactional. Those creatures are men in suits. Who's got a guess? Wait, what are we doing? Using the symbolization key given, translate each English language sentence into a cell. So this is a key. M, C, G. M is those creatures are men in suits. C is those creatures are chimpanzees. G is those creatures are gorillas. Okay, this is our key. Now, number 1. Those creatures are not men in suits. So, anybody got a guess? I have to go to the key. I have to find the fucking key now somehow. I don't think crap. What are we gonna do? Maybe I can use this thing. Ew. So about so this we have. Now let's go to negation. I wonder if I have it now. Damn it. Gonna have to search for it. Well, not too far back. That's fine. I'm gonna find it somewhere here. Gonna have to copy and shit that stuff. There we go. And then let's just use this as a disjunction. And where are the guys? And this is conditional. Oops. Conditional. And where's the biconditional stuff? Sorry, guys. A little bit of admin. And now we're done. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate you both so much. Both Borneo and Onof gave me the thing. But I already found it, so just give me an answer to the first one. Those creatures are not men in suits. How would you formulate that? I think I know. Alright, I'm just gonna say it. I think it's this. Let me make it larger. Oops. Yeah, well done, Borneo. That's it. I think we both got it. Second one is those creatures are men in suits, or they are not. What do you say? I'm gonna help you out with this one. So I think you can formulate it, they are either in suits or they are not. Yeah. Yeah, Borneo. Nicely done. I think so as well. And then negation M. Those creatures are either gorillas or chimpanzees. Oops. Either gorillas or chimpanzees. So I think it's this shit, isn't it? That's how I'm starting to get it. It's good. After 8 fucking parts, I'm starting to get it a little bit. Oh, Borneo doesn't agree with me. Hold on. Either or. Isn't either or a disjunction? Yeah. Okay. Whew. Holy shit. I was just being happy about fucking doing a good job. And then I lost my confidence the second I looked at the chat. Okay, those creatures are neither gorillas nor chimpanzees. Neither gorillas nor chimpanzees. So, yeah. Neither gorillas nor chimpanzees. So I think it's the negation thingy. And then it's, is it then conjunction here? Or is it like this? Is, yeah, I think so, right? It's the negation of either or, isn't it? And somehow, for some reason, for things I still don't understand why, still could be, one of them still could be true. Still don't fucking get it, this inclusive shit. On and off, if you have time, explain to me how neither nor can mean that one of them is still correct, still could be true. I just don't understand it. How can that work? Hello, Corvid Moon, how are you doing? It's very early for Corvid Moon, and yet they're still here. You say one of them could be a gorilla chimpanzee. I don't get that either. Yeah, neither nor doesn't mean that. Well, that's what we read. We read that neither nor, in case of formal logic, is inclusive. So it could neither nor could mean that one of them is still could happen, like could still be true. That's what we read. I swear to God. I can even try to remember and go back to it. Also, I think I wrote it here somewhere. Tautology condition is not here. Disjunction, either or proposition in case of disjunction doesn't exclude the possibility of both basic sentences being true. Inclusive or, the negation of such proposition, either nor, also leaves the possibility that one of the sentences being true. Damn. You just woke up, Corvid Moon. It's so early for Corvid Moon. Holy shit. Corvid, tell me, are there not enough YouTubers from Australia? Maybe that's a niche you can fill, so that Australians don't have to get up at crazy hours to listen to our asses. Yeah, okay. Is the same as, so on and off says negation, parenthesis, C disjunction G is the same as negation, parenthesis, negation C and negation G. Well, that's not what we read in this book. And unless I really didn't understand it, but you know what? We're gonna go back to that shit. I think that's important. Let me find it. Inclusive or, there we go. So we're gonna, make a flashback. Right. Sometimes in English, the word or excludes the possibility that both disjuncts are true. This is called an exclusive or. An exclusive or is clearly intended when it says on a restaurant menu, entries come with either soup or salad. You may have soup, you may have salad, but if you want both soup and salad, then you have to pay extra. At other times, the word or allows for the possibility that both disjuncts might be true. This is probably the case with sentence 17 above. I might play with Denison, with Ellerly, or with both Denison and Ellerly. I'm going to show you sentence 17. There you go. Either Denison or Ellerly will play golf with me. All right. Sentence 17 merely says that I will play with at least one of them, right? So the negation of that, we'll read it up, but the negation of that, they consider, is you might not play with either one, but you might still play with one of them. Right? So there you go. with at least one of them. This is called an inclusive OR. The symbol disjunction represents an inclusive OR. So the disjunction E is true if D is true, if E is true, or if both D and E are true. It is false only if both D and E are false. We can summarize this with the characteristic truth table, blah, blah, blah. Like conjunction, disjunction is asymmetrical. Hold on, but we get into it. So, hold on. There we go. Sentence 19 also requires negation. It can be paraphrased as, it is not the case that either that you get soup or you get salad. We need some way to some way of indicating that the negation does not just negate the right or left disjuncts, but rather negates the entire disjunction. In order to do this, we put parentheses around the disjunction. It is not the case that, it's because simply, maybe I misunderstood. Hold on. However, it is not the case that you get soup, or it is not the case that you get salad. Translation will require both disjunction and negation. I remember it so clearly. So sentence 20 is an exclusive OR. Ooh, you get either soup or salad, but not both. There you go. If you go like this, you get either soup or salad, but not both. Then it's the way you describe the on and off. But you will have neither soup nor salad, means you still can have one of them. That's what they mean by that. It's an inclusive OR. Yeah. Still fucks with my mind. I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, what the fuck, language? How could you do me so wrong? All my life I thought if you say neither nor, you mean neither. You mean both of them are incorrect. Hold on. Either you will not have soup or you will not have salad. Either you will not have soup or you will not have salad. Yeah, so that... Yeah, okay, I understand what you're saying. I made a mistake. No. Sentence is also requires negation. It is not paraphrased. It's not the case that you either that you will get soup or you will have salad. We need some way. Well, that doesn't explain it then. Does not just negate the right or left disjunction, but rather negates the entire disjunction. I totally fucked it up. Oh, I get it. Holy fuck. Wait, but it's not what it says. It says this. On and off. Oh, because it negates... Oh, I understand. And then, if I go back to what you wrote up there, for me, it's up. Then the negation, parenthesis, C disjunction G is like negation C and disjunction G. I'm gonna fill the room with the crazy fucking air that is coming out of my body right now. Jesus Christ. Well then, how the fuck am I supposed to understand this shit? Now I have to relearn English or whatever. Jesus Christ. That's why I didn't understand it last time. I didn't have on and off here. Fuck. Right, I'll fix it later. I'll remember to fix that shit. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Thanks, a friend, for the pitch. But it wasn't coming out of my ass. I said the body, not ass. So, Those creatures are neither gorillas nor chimpanzees. So that would be this. Or, we'll add some English language here, I'm sorry. I apologize to all the logic people. Or it's gonna be... Ugh. Well, that's fine. Negation, and one of those things in the middle. There you go. Now we know. Okay. Oof. Life down the drain. Pig's Dream, you want to go to the Olive Garden now? Is that a restaurant? Oh, because of the salad and soup talk. Okay. Well, does Olive Garden have vegan options? I've never been to it. It is a local thing. There is an Olive Garden here. I was there once. I think I drank coffee and ate croissant. That was before I was vegan, so. You may have salad and or soup. Yeah, how do you do that on and off? You may have salad and or soup. Limited options. That's a shame. You may have salad and or soup. That's just an inclusive or. Oh, okay. Well, how do you differentiate between an inclusive or... Yeah. So how do you differentiate between an inclusive and an exclusive or? How do you do that? So an exclusive or would be... How? So the V thingy, the disjunction, represents inclusive one. How do you... Inclusive and or soup. Okay. How can you represent an exclusive or? Oh, is it the if and only if thing? That would be exclusive, wouldn't it? So then you'd use the other thingy. What's it called? Conditional. Jesus Christ, at some point I'm gonna have to start remembering this shit. Because this is just painful. For me, and I'm sure for you guys as well. Right. Exclusive formalization would be P... interesting. That's very interesting. So parenthesis P disjunction Q and negation of parenthesis P and Q. Oh my god, this is so fucking complicated. Oh shit, but I'm gonna have to copy that shit because I might lose it. So I think on and off is gonna have their own section section in my presentation. Okay, so hold on, I'm gonna paste without formatting. There we go. Inclusive or inclusive or organization. Exclusive, inclusive. I'm sure I'm butchering the meta language, but I don't give a fuck. Formalization would be. This is very helpful. Like more examples. More examples are very helpful. So just pick just this thing, isn't it? It's just this thing. Ugh. Wow, was that hard to understand? Jesus Christ. Fuck. So you're basically saying either P or Q is true, but not both. That's very good. That's a very good formalization. It's very complex. I'm gonna have to remember that shit. We wrote it down. I don't have to, I still have to remember it, but... Guys, I'm gonna take a little break, okay? I need more coffee and I just need to relax my voice for like 2 minutes. Is that okay? So, look at my pretty cows. Do that. Okay, calm down, the real thing, calm down. Yes, I'm a human, I go pee sometimes. And thank you for, putting toilet paper in there. Sometimes people with penises forget that toilet paper is for more than a bum. Yes, you can hear me, friend, because now I'm paranoid about it. But I'm also clipping still. I don't know what to do with this microphone shit. How do I even check it? By Corvid Moon. I know they already left, but you know. Thank you for panicking, Pigstream. I appreciate it. Right. So, let's continue with this. So those creatures are neither gorillas nor chimpanzees, and that is exclusive, if I understood it correctly. So both of them are incorrect. Yeah, both of them are negated, false. If those creatures are chimpanzees, number 5. If those creatures are chimpanzees, then they are neither gorillas nor men in suits. Ooh, this one is hard. So neither gorillas nor men in suits. We can put it. Hold on. Gorillas. Neither gorillas nor men in suits. But now we have to add if then thing. So if those creatures are chimpanzees, so C, and then we're putting this little shit in, aren't we? So just going like that. Is that right? Am I starting to fucking get it? Is that right on and off? I'm gonna wait for you to either praise it or fix my mistake. That's right! I think if I create like 10,000 of those, I think I'll get it. I think it will get cemented. I just need more, maybe next time that's what we're gonna do. Maybe next time I'll just find just like, what's it called? Like exercises somewhere. Just practice. And we can just practice until we get everything right. What do you think about that? Next time I can try to find like a quiz form of this shit. If you like that idea, put 1 in the chat. If you prefer to continue, if you understand everything, you just prefer to continue reading, put 2. I mean, you could not understand and still prefer to continue reading and not do the quiz thing. Oh man, this barley drink, it smells fantastic as well, I'm telling you guys. Oh, Pig's Dream is playing the game. Pig's Dream is playing the game. Well, yeah, I guess we can. It's true. Pig's Dream is proposing something genius. We can do both. We can do a bit of exercises and then continue reading. Or in this case, well, it's you can switch them around, but that's another question. On and off, how would you formulate this? What are we doing first and what are we doing second? If you know what I mean. Like, is there a way to formulate that? Is order of things in case of... I know in case of conjunction it doesn't matter, but in real life it matters. Right? If you want to indicate that you first do one thing and second the other thing, is there a way to formulate that logically? But yeah, we could do that. We could do a bit of exercises and then read on. Or read on a little bit and then do a bit of exercises. It's a good idea, Pig's Dream. But now, now I have to find some exercises. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's continue. Well, on and off may or may not be helping us out later. Okay. Hello, Ramel. What is that icon? Can't see it well. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Zoom in. What is that? That's a strange icon. What is that? What is that, Romel? Ooh. What is that? Will Google give me something on that? Mate emoji. How is that a mate emoji? Drink mate. Alright. Sure. Cheers. I guess there might be some stuff like that in some non-classical logics. Oh, okay, I understand. So maybe later on, maybe in something in QL. Yerba mate good cup. Alright, hope I read it well. Thanks for joining us. We're doing formal logic. Alright, let's continue. Part B, using the symbolization key given. It's this shit. Let's copy it again so that we have it in front of us. Oh, there we go. Using this key, translate each English language sentence into SL. Ooh, this one is going to be more complicated, isn't it? So, Mr. Ace was murdered. That's A. B. The butler did it. Oh, shit, we've got a mystery on the hands. The cook did it. The Duchess is lying. Mr. Edge was murdered. Two people were murdered. That's terrible. Well, no, that's just basic sentence, isn't it? So it could be negated later on and appear only as a negation of it. So that's fine. The murder weapon was a frying pan. On and off, another question. I'm sorry, but you are the expert in our chat. Is it possible to formulate like a basic sentence with not in it? Or would that be, we just rely on negation and make the basic sentence without it? Well, I think I answered myself, of course. You just make it the sentence without it and then add it as negation, isn't it? Isn't that what you do? Because you're making a core, you're making the most basic sentence. You use the least amount of words, wouldn't you? It makes sense to me. I answered myself, all right. Either Mr. Ace or Mr. Edge were murdered, either or. It's this little thing, isn't it? So let's... so either Mr. Ace... No, it's this thing. It's disjunction. No, hold on. Fuck. I will try to start remembering this. Yeah, it's disjunction. Fuck. So it's either A, little v, or Mr. H were murdered. Is that correct? Is that true? 2 is if Mr. Ace was murdered, then the cook did it. If Mr. Ace was murdered, then the cook did it. See. Check everything I'm doing, guys. Please. All right. Sorry about that. Oh boy, my mic is going off. Something is happening there. It's definitely too loud, I think. Can I move the notepad up? Yes. Sorry, guys. Jesus Christ. Technical difficulties. There it is. But then I'm gonna move it like that so we can actually... Oh, maybe... What is that? All right. There you go. So we can actually see both, kind of. Right. If Mr. Edge was murdered, then the cook did not do it. So it's gonna be... Anybody wanna try and formulate it? Pig's Dream, you're up. You wanna try to formulate number 3? If Mr. Edge was murdered, then the cook did not do it. Sorry, I'm calling shit out. I'm start calling you out, guys, because you're quiet. You're not helping me out at all. It's funny. All of a sudden, because Romel has 2 in their name, so it seemed like somebody doesn't want me to do the quiz next week. My brain. Can you do it? Big stream. Can you help me out with number 3? You can write it out as well, or I guess I can put this thing in the chat, and then you'll have everything you need. There we go. Can anybody help me formulate number 3? Barley drink. So good. You're all so quiet. Jesus Christ, guys. Come on. Somebody help me out. Please. 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 Please help me. Please. That's correct. That's perfect. Pig's Dream. I think that's perfect. The cook didn't do it because if Mr. Edge was killed, the cook didn't do it. Oh, okay, yeah, I can forgo the parentheses we said. So let's fucking forgo them. There you go. It's very, very good. It's amazing. Number 4. Is it maybe it's a long delay? Maybe that's what's going on. Should be a pretty short one. Who's gonna do the number 4, guys? You are perfect, Pig's Dream. You did a great job. You did an amazing job, actually. Who else is left? Who's gonna help us out? Either the butler did it or the Duchess is lying. Oh, that's one is easy. Either the butler did it or the Duchess is lying. Either or. Either or is this thing. So the butler did it is B. We'll catch this one. Either or the Duchess is lying. D. Number 5. The cook did it only if the Duchess is lying. So this one is if you remember the form correctly, this one is a switcheroo, isn't it? So it's only if. So you can say it is the case. You can paraphrase it as it is the case that the cook did it if the Duchess is lying. Am I correct? So it's not a switcheroo. It's the cook did it only if the Duchess is lying. So it's if the Duchess is lying, then the cook did it. Is that it? Fuck. That's another one that I didn't understand properly, I think. Fuck. Let's go back. Oh, there was an example there somewhere. There it is. The figure on the board is a triangle only if it has exactly 3 sides. So the way they formulate 24 is T blah blah S. T conditional S. Yeah. Well, this part always confused the fuck out of me as not natively speaking English speaker. So the figure on the board is a triangle only if it has exactly 3 sides. So that is paraphrased as, if the figure is a triangle, then it has 3 sides. For some. And then the figure on the board is a triangle if it has exactly 3 sides. Well, both has exactly. This one confused the fuck out of me. It's importantly different, it says. It can be paraphrased as if the figure has 3 sides, then it's a triangle. Fuck. Just something I will have to remember, I think. There's no way out of it for me. Sorry. So the cook did it only if the Duchess is lying. So it's the cook did it. One of those things is the Duchess is lying. Duchess is lying is D. And then fuckery will ensue. If the murder weapon was a frying pan, you can imagine going logically in another language. Is it because you don't speak any other language? Yeah, Big Jim. I couldn't imagine doing logic in any language. This is hard. Truly. This is truly hard. Yeah. Guys, I'm really running out of battery, so I'm gonna end just really soon. You know, you call us a number of Spanish. That's amazing, Jason. Oh, sorry, I outed you as Jason. Sorry about that. If the murder weapon was a frying pan, then the culprit must have been the cook. So this is if F, then the cook, then the culprit must have been the cook. It's basically paraphrasing C, isn't it? Unless there is some kind of a distinction there. On and off, are you still here? I hope you're checking me. Hope I'm doing okay. If the murder weapon was not a it's awesome. You're such an awesome person for sticking around. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. I really do. If the murder weapon was not a frying pan, then the culprit was either the cook or the butler. Jesus Christ, this one's going to be complicated, isn't it? So if the murder was not a frying pan, so it's negation F, isn't it? Let's lift this up. Negation F. Then, this little thingy. Then we must open parentheses. So what's going on there? Then the culprit was either the cook or the butler. So either the cook did it or the butler did it. So C or B. Somebody might probably need to fix me, like, oh, it's B and C, but whatever. I don't really mind it. 8. Mr. Ace was murdered. If and only if. So if and only if... there was another one. What was it? Jesus Christ. I don't remember. So yeah. If and only if. Example 26. S is true. S from T, and we can infer T from S. So this is the biconditional. Yeah. Thank you, on and off. I got that at some point. Oh man, this is hard though. My brain is screaming. That's why we're doing it in once a week, not every day. I would fucking lose my mind, it seems. So, where were we? Mr. Ace was murdered if and only if Mr. Edge was not murdered. So, A, by conditional thingy, Mr. Edge, negation E. Is that correct? Negation E. Gonna make it taller. There you go. Number 9. We're getting there, and my brain is dying. You can basically hear my brain dying. Hi, Michael Askew, how you doing? What, have you missed the entire bloody thing? You missed me losing my shit several times. And on and off correcting me. Right, number 9. The Duchess is lying, unless it was Mr. Edge who was murdered. So unless is a biconditional negation, isn't it? So I think you can paraphrase it, and on and off I will need you on this one to tell me if I'm correct. If Mr. Edge was murdered, then Mr. Edge, hold on. The Duchess is lying unless it was Mr. Edge who was murdered. So if Mr. Edge was murdered, then the Duchess is not lying. That's how I can translate it, right? I think so. Unless it was Mr. Edge who was murdered. I think so. So I think it's A, conditional. Is it conditional or biconditional? No, it's conditional. And then negation, the Duchess is D. Negational D. Is that correct? Is that correct? Hello, Ronak. What's up? Conditional, yeah, thank you. Fuck. I really appreciate when people come in here and help me out. I really struggle. But am I correct in translating number 9? I will wait and take a break in the meantime. Just... Yes! Something is sinking in. We just need to persevere. We just need to persevere. And I will learn this. I will understand it. We just need to carry on. Wish. That's not what I wanted to do. Just wanted to nudge it a little. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, it's gonna have to be... Oh, now you can't see the chat almost at all, but that's okay. Oh, Mr. Edge is E. Yeah. Well, I lost the semantics battle, didn't I? Thank you, Raunak. I appreciate it. Okay. If Mr. Ace was murdered, he was done in with the frying pan. So it's paraphrasing basic A disjunction. Oh, disjunction should be small. Disjunction F, isn't it? If Mr. Ace was murdered, he was done in with a frying pan. I think so. Right. Let me know if I was wrong, but I think I'm pretty confident on this one already. Since the cook did it, the butler did not. Okay. How do you paraphrase this shit? So it's, oh, I don't understand. It's very simple. It's just fancy English, but in SL it's very simple. So the cook did it. So we know that the cook did it. Since the cook did it, no, it's conditional. It's not that simple. It's conditional. Since the cook did it, the butler did not. So if the cook did it, then the butler did not. You can paraphrase it like that. Oh man, English is hard. And then negation. Come on now. Negation. Hey, where did it go? Fuck. Negation. The butler did not. The butler did it. It's B. Ish. Is that correct? C, logical or negation of D equals D. C. What? D is the Duchess's line. C, logical or negation of. So did I do it correctly? It's not D though, it's B. The butler is B. Of course the Duchess is lying. That's a trick question, isn't it? That's not a logical sentence. Is it not the negation though? It says the butler did not. So it must be a negation. Yeah, I'm talking about 11. So since the cook did it, the butler did not. So if the cook, we can paraphrase it, if the cook did it, then the butler did not. If the cook did it, then the butler did not do it, I guess. So it must be negation B. Yes. Am I correct? I'm correct, aren't I? On and off. Am I correct in saying that 12 is a trick question? 12 is a trick, it's not a sentence. Of course the Duchess did it because it's an exclamation, and exclamation is not an SL, it's not a logical sentence. Is that alright? Should I just disregard number 12? Call it gibberish and make an at home at the person who said it. Gobble dig. It's not a proposition. Damn. Right, guys. Thank you for everybody for coming. Really appreciate it. But I'm losing my ability. So we're gonna have to wait until next time to do the part C. And also, next time, I'm gonna, if I'm able to, I'm gonna look for just a bunch of examples for us to do. Because I think it's better. It's good for us to cement that shit. I already feel myself more of a logic chat just by doing this long string of shit. It could be regarded as a proposition. How? How would you put it in a cell? How would you put it in a cell on and off? Cool. Raunak, you should come. We do this once a week. I usually lose my mind sometimes at that time. But we started an hour and a half ago. And if you could click with subscribe, I usually put up a notification a day before, like a scheduled stream a day before. So you'll know to come and to watch me lose my mind every fucking week. And help us out, and learn with us. How would you... Now I'm intrigued, now I have to stay. How would you formulate this proposition? Proposition 12, on and off. What is CS field? Oh, hello, Rana Hassan. Hello. Thank you for coming, but we're about to venture into the non-stream of the evening. The stream started about an hour and 45 minutes ago, and I'm losing my voice and I'm losing my mind. So, oh, cool! You're from Pakistan. That's cool. You also lose my mind. You also lose your mind. That's computer science. Yeah, you guys. I studied computer science in high school, but frankly, it was above my head. Like, I didn't study this stuff though. We didn't study logic at all in high school. Or I just don't remember it because I really didn't pay much attention to school in high school at all. Obviously could be regarded as a morality like element. Oh, it's not relevant to SL. Okay. You studied, is it artificial intelligence or artificial insemination, Rana? Which one? Because we are appreciative of one of those things on this channel, but deeply morally opposed to the other. On this channel, usually AI means something else. Means we're talking about the morality of artificial insemination. Let me read this. Obviously could be regarded as a morality-like element. It's not relevant to a cell. If the Duchess is lying, then the Duchess is lying, Pig's Dream says. That's tautology. I don't know if that's a tautology. That's all I'll say about that. Natural language processing. Holy smokes! Is that processing by a computer? I think that would be interesting. Well, you guys seem to talk about something else. So, shit, I was about to leave. But how about I get a long tail of this live stream so that you can continue to talk about it a little bit. Because it looks like an interesting conversation. I'm glad being connecting people from all over online on this stream. Guys, please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next week.